when we flip the album over, the mood changes to a completely different, nostalgic, fond look back, growing up, ballroom dancing. Was that a conscious decision to say, okay, we've kind of closed the book on the heavy emotions on side one, tug of war, somebody who cares here today. Let's open this up with just a blast of fun and nostalgia.
Yeah, I think so. You know, the plainer answer is that it's always good to open a side with something that gets your attention, some up-tempo. But yeah, thinking back, the whole idea of ballroom dancing had always been fascinating to me because we were never any good at it. But a lot of people in our working class world where, you know, you'd go round to, I think it probably was George's house, and his sister, he had an elder sister, Louise, and she would sometimes, I think it was her, would be all getting dolled up, ready to go ballroom dancing. So she'd have the big dress with the frills and the makeup and the hairdo and all of that. It was like, whoa, man, what's going on, you know? So I always kind of liked that idea of people from the ordinary classes getting themselves dolled up like they were film stars. You know, it was always a great moment there. So and we used to go to dances, particularly me and George would go, because his mum and dad were members of this. George's dad was a bus driver. So there was like a club. It wasn't called the Bus Drivers Social Club, but it could have been. It was that kind of thing. I'm sure it was a bit more fancy name. But so we'd sometimes, me and George would just go to their place, and they would be the lead dance. You know, the floor would be empty. George's mum and dad would get up and just do that lead dance. So we were kind of around it, you know. Me and George were way too shy to, you know, to ask girls to get up and dance. So we would just sit around all evening trying to look cool and spy up the girls that we would ask if we had the nerve. Well, you know, look at that, she's great, you know. And then the only time you would ever dance was when the MC would say, and now the last waltz. We go, oh, holy cow, this is our last chance. So you'd run over to that girl and say, you're dancing, you know, come on. And if you were lucky, yeah, you'd get one dance. But so it was kind of rich area for me to fantasize about, you know. So ballroom dancing came out of that.